Welcome to AL East State of the Division. I'm your host, Colby Olson, joined as always by Sam Luckini. Today, we're not going to be breaking down this division because we got bigger things to talk about. We are going to talk about how we are witnessing maybe the greatest offensive season in the last 20 years. Since the steroid era, Aaron Judge, his season this season is on par with just about all of the top seasons, whether it was Bryce Harper back in 2015. Judge's 1,076 OPS this year ranks 13th since 2005, and his slugging percentage of 678 ranks second in a season since 2005. That's just a little teaser of what we're going to bounce into. Sam, you're probably as excited as anyone to talk about Aaron Judge.
I love me some Aaron Judge. I never really personally connected with Aaron Judge. Like once he came up through the big leagues, my favorite player is Giancarlo Stanton, but obviously I still love me some Aaron Judge. But coming into the season, man, we didn't know what to expect strictly because he's on a contract year. He's obviously going to get this big payday at the end of the season. So with a contract year, you expect the guy to come out and perform at his peak. And Aaron Judge is doing it this year with all these home runs, man. And it became a point earlier in the season where if Aaron Judge didn't hit a home run in a night, you were surprised. Because it's like, oh, why didn't he hit one? Because it seemed like every single night he was hitting a home run, and he's been an absolute stud for this team and has honestly carried this team at some points throughout this season.
Yeah, and we could talk all about how there is some sort of MVP race, but I don't think I would even call it an MVP race at this point because Aaron Judge has all but locked it up. His odds right now are minus 500 to win this award. Ohtani is in second at plus 400, but the numbers are just not even close, right? Aaron Judge, if you're on Baseball Reference, has a 7 WAR. If you're on Fangraphs, he has a 7.5 WAR. He's impacting the ball at the plate. He's playing great defense. The next closest position player WAR-wise is Nolan Arenado at 5.9 WAR. Ohtani, the second runner in this race, has a 3.6 pitching WAR on Baseball Reference, which is 13th. He has a 2.1 hitting WAR, which makes it 5.7 WAR total. Aaron Judge is blowing everyone out of the water right now and is the MVP. But I think the more important thing to talk about here, Sam, is this the greatest hitting season you've seen in your life post-steroid era?
In my lifetime, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. I don't think I've ever seen a player on a tear like this. And right now, it's becoming expected of him to play as well as he is every single night because it's a given. And sometimes it seems boring because it's like this guy's so good. We see this every single night. Whereas the switch up, obviously now the Yankees are struggling a little bit, but 1,000%, this is the best hitting season I've ever seen out of a guy in baseball. Whenever he steps up to the plate, some runs are going to get scored. He's going to hit a bomb. So without a doubt, yes.
Yeah, so I referenced it at the start of the show that Judge's 1,076 OPS ranks 13th since 2005. His 678 slugging percentage ranks second in a season since 2005. The only person with a higher slugging percentage since 2005 is JD Martinez back in 2017, who we were just talking about has a 51 WRC plus since middle of June. But more importantly, you go and look at who's ahead of him, in OPS since 2005. We're talking Miguel Cabrera. We're talking Mookie Betts, Mike Trout, Ryan Howard. Albert Pujols owns 3 of the top 4 with Bryce Harper back in 2015 in second there. But I think the more important thing to talk about here too is like OPS isn't the best way to kind of analyze what Aaron Judge is doing this season. We'll get to the home runs in a minute, but going by WRC plus, which allows us to compare the offensive climate of that season, right? We've known since the beginning of this season that offense is down. It was at least for the first 6 to 8 weeks of the season. It picked back up as the season got along, the weather got warmer, but offense has been down. And Judge's WRC plus of a 199, meaning he's 99% better than a league average hitter this year, would be the highest in a full season since 2005. And that's excluding Juan Soto's 201 WRC plus in 2020. Bryce Harper had a 197 WRC plus back in 2015, which I think that, is right there with best hitting seasons I've ever seen in my life. But really, if Aaron Judge continues on the pace he's on right now, one, he has a shot to have the first 200 WRC plus season since Barry Bonds. But really, even if he doesn't hit the 200 WRC plus mark, he's having the best hitting season comparably to other people in the league in that season since 2000, since the steroid era.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head right there when you asked me the question about is this the greatest hitting season we've ever seen. I mean, I was 5 years old when Bonds was doing that, so obviously I wasn't seeing that one as a little kid. But yes, it's crazy. I don't even know how to describe it, man. This guy is he's incredible, and he's going to get a bag. If they don't give him this money, the LA Angels will shell it out. Somebody will give him the money, but this dude is going to get his money's worth in this offseason, man. He's been so good.
I think that's a great point because, yes, it's one of the greatest hitting seasons we've ever seen, but this has got to be the best walk year season ever. It's like he took that one to heart. He said, yeah, Yankees, you're not going to pay up. You're only going to offer me $210 million extension. Really? Yeah, you're going to be wishing you gave me like 240, 250 when I come asking for 300 plus in the offseason. But getting to the home runs, because I think that's really what makes this season so special for Aaron Judge. He's at 46 home runs right now. He has 47 games left this season. The mark is 61 set by Roger Maris, but I think that's going to be a tough number for him to hit right now. Fangraphs has him projected at 59 home runs. So they have him projected for 13 more the rest of the season. If he continues on his current pace where he's at, he's basically hitting a home run. He's hitting 0.41 home runs per game right now, basically. So if he continues on that pace, he'll get to 65 home runs this season. But more importantly, since 2000, Sam, only 6 players have hit more than 55 home runs in a season. Barry Bonds, 73 in 2001. You got Sammy Sosa, 64 in 2001. Both those were steroid era records right there. Giancarlo Stanton hit 59 in 2016, and he really set the mark for what it means to have a crazy home run season outside of the steroid era. Then you have Ryan Howard, 58 in 2006. Luis Gonzalez, 57 in 2001. Who knows? Alex Rodriguez, 57 in 2002. Also, who knows whether that was steroid driven or not. But really, Aaron Judge has a chance this season to join or to surpass the greatest non-steroid home run season ever, which is just crazy. I want to ask you, what do you think Aaron Judge gets to?
Oh, it's tough because I want to say he breaks it. I want to say that he gets to 62. But in my heart of hearts, I think he's going to hit 59. I think he's going to be just like Stan. It would be awesome. It would be incredible. And I think they might give him a $500 million bag if it happens. But I don't think he's going to hit 62. I think like 58, 59. And, we're going to be perfectly okay with that.
It's going to take another one of his runs that he's gone on like 4 times this year where he hits 5 or 6 in a week. Maybe he hits 10 in the span of, 15 games. I mean, that's really what it's going to take at this point. And I see no reason why he can't do it. I think the Yankees need it as much as ever right now because they've been struggling as a team. But I think Judge showing up to the park and really having this record beat there for him right now is super interesting. And we haven't really seen someone go for a record like this in a long time, at least not in my lifetime.
No, never. So another interesting tidbit that I did want to pull for you. So through a team's 106 through a team's first 106 games in a season, Judge is 4th on this list as far as guys of how many home runs they've hit. Bonds hit 45 in 2001. He hit 73 as a total. You alluded to that earlier. McGwire hit 45 through 106. Babe Ruth hit 44 through 106. And then Judge slots in at 43 home runs through 106 games, which is 4th on the list. And then Babe Ruth did it one more time at 43 through another 106 games. So it's like legitimately just historic pace and just something that we've never seen before because these are guys that we didn't even see play. We weren't even alive when these guys were in the baseball diamond. It's crazy. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I think we kind of understand how special it is, but at the same time, we can't also understand how crazy this is. I mean, this is up there, potentially top 10 hitting season ever. Really ever. And you could argue that it's freaking 1 because he did not take any steroids. He's a 6'7" freakazoid that launches home runs like they're base hits. So, Sam, I don't know. I don't even have anything else because it's just so freaking special.
The only other thing that I have to add to it is he also plays great defense. When you look at the rest of the guys that are on that list, they're not typically defensive specialists. Aaron Judge is an absolute beast in the right field. So that's just another area of the game that he adds to it. And it would take a hell of a season to unearth Shohei Ohtani, but he's doing it right now. We saw how great Vlad Guerrero Jr. was last year, but he didn't win the MVP. He almost won the Triple Crown because of the greatness of Shohei. But because of what Aaron Judge is doing right now, he's the undisputed MVP. I don't think Ohtani's even in the question for it. So it's a historic season. I still cannot believe that we get to watch this every night because it is simply something we're never going to see again. It's an all-time season for Aaron Judge. If this is probably the best season that Aaron Judge will ever turn in his career. I pray it's not because I want it to be even better, but this is his career year and it's been so incredible to see.
Yeah, I think it's got to be his career year. I think you hit the nail on the head there, Sam. I mean, you really have to beat Shohei Ohtani, who at the top of his game is not having the best offensive season, but still having a good offensive season, and also having a top 15 pitching season. To beat him in an MVP race, you have to do something that has never been done before, or at least has not been done in a long time. And Aaron Judge is doing exactly that. You have 47 more games to witness Aaron Judge. So seriously, turn on your TV, go to Yankee Stadium, wherever it is. If the Yankees are coming into town, buy that ticket, watch that game, because you really are watching something that, will be in Cooperstown. Like, this season will have its own plaque, its own section in Cooperstown, right? With Aaron Judge's bats, with his cleats, with the balls he's hitting. This is one of the most special seasons we've ever seen. And me as a Red Sox fan, I'm so appreciative of it because you just don't see stuff like this every day in baseball.
That was absolutely golden. I mean, listen, man, watching this guy in real life is also a blast. I was at a game 2 weeks ago and I saw a 2-homer game against the Orioles. So it's like legitimately, this is history just right in front of our eyes. And I still can't believe it, to be honest with you.
I saw him walk off against Jordan Romano and the Blue Jays earlier this year. And the way that Yankee Stadium lit up was just something special.
Electric.
That'll close it here. AL East State of the Division. The Aaron Judge episode is what we're calling this. Aaron Judge having maybe the greatest hitting season I've ever seen, maybe the greatest hitting season since 2000, since the steroid era. Just crazy. Sam, thanks for joining me, man. We'll catch you next week. Thanks.